Lavosianos, si queréis apoyar al canal podéis usar mi código de creador, Lavosiano, en la tienda de Fortnite y otros juegos de Epic Games, y yo os lo agradezco un montón porque así apoyáis muchísimo al canal. Muchas gracias, gente. Domingo 23 de julio. No puedo creer que no sea arena. He leído que usan rocas importadas del espacio que son pulverizadas, procesadas, expuestas a la radiación para ironía, eliminar la radiación, y que después la usan para hacer playas falsas. ¿Por qué no se limitan a usar arena? ¿O rocas de la Tierra? ¿Las rocas espaciales son mucho mejores que las rocas de la Tierra? Da igual, ya no estamos en Aerópolis. Toto. Trieste es exactamente como imaginaba que sería Trieste, lleno de europolitanos que huyen del humo, la niebla, el calor, la lluvia y la contaminación para arriesgarse a un cáncer de piel en playas falsas mientras comen alimentos mucho peores que la comida de Propas, servida en hoteles fabricados con polímeros plásticos. Además, lo de nadar ni se pregunta. ¿Realmente necesitas un traje protector para nadar en el Mediterráneo en estos días? Está a años luz de las prístinas playas de Camps Bay, de Engor, o incluso de Zanzíbar. Y ahora echo de menos a África. Pero este viaje no iba para nada de eso. Iba de alejarse y estar juntos y fortalecer nuestra relación. Últimamente todo ha estado un poco frío. Ha sido duro para Reza tenerme en su espacio. Y duro para mí saltar directamente de un coma de un año de duración a una relación. Todo ha sido duro. Ha habido momentos en los que he pensado, ¿ha sido una buena elección? ¿Realmente lo pensé bien? ¿Puedo afrontar las consecuencias? Así que sí, necesitábamos esto. Necesitábamos más de esto. Los dos estamos tan ocupados y preocupados en Propas que a veces nos sacamos de quicio el uno al otro. Aquí hemos podido relajarnos, encontrar la paz y practicar sexo maravilloso a todas horas. Viciosilla. Pero sigo preocupada. Me preocupa que nos volvamos a distanciar. Me preocupa que mi instinto estuviera en lo cierto la primera vez. Que Reza es un buen amigo más que un compañero. Me preocupa, pero de momento dejaré de preocuparme hasta otro día, mientras me concentro en absorber estos últimos rayos de un maravilloso sol. Además, no puedo quejarme del sexo. Noche de domingo, actualización. Es realmente tarde y tengo que levantarme muy temprano. Reza está en la ducha y yo estoy tumbada en la cama contemplando el techo, pensando. Volver a Propas fue un jaleo. Ahora hay puntos de control del ojo por todas partes. Y hay que mostrar la documentación hasta para moverse entre sectores, lo que es una locura. Así que esperamos en una cola durante casi una hora y después comenzamos a discutir. Y de repente todas las buenas vibraciones de la semana se desvanecieron y sentí ganas de llorar. Después mejoró, nos acostamos. Pero no puedo dejar de sentir que algo va mal, como si estuviéramos comenzando a ir por caminos diferentes. Y ahora mismo esos caminos son paralelos, pero pronto se separarán y entonces... Reza ya hasta aquí, creo que estoy exagerando, estoy muy cansada y de mal humor, y buenas noches. Bueno, la última entrada. Lunes 24 de julio de 2220. 3 meses de terapia, sigo loca como una cabra. ¿Hola? No es que me queje, el doctor está haciendo un buen trabajo, supongo. Mi cabeza es un desastre, he perdido casi un año de recuerdos, pero me siento mejor, más o menos. Y quiero recordar, probablemente este es un paso en la dirección correcta, ¿verdad? Al menos eso espero. Da igual. Hoy ya he pasado demasiado tiempo en mi cabeza. Ya vale de psicoterapia. Querido diario, sigamos adelante y concentrémonos en el presente. Vale, aquí no hay nada más. Aquí está la biblioteca de personajes, que mejor no la miramos porque hay spoilers por aquí. Uy, mira, están todos. Uy. Bueno.
Dr. Zelenka. Roman. Dr. Roman? Doc? I don't even know what to call him anymore. The doc's been good for me, I think. And good to me. I do need someone to talk to about things. All the things. Everything.
No sé si has visto los juegos anteriores. Sí, alguno hay. Hay personajes nuevos.
He is sort of cute, but oh no, that's not a good thought. That's a bad thought. Ugh. Authority figure, so cliché, Zoe. What's up, Doc? Oh wait, I did not say that out loud, did I? No, he's not looking at me. I think that was just in my head. Dodged a bullet there.
Te mola el doctor.
Zelenka. Roman. Dr. Roman? Doc? I don't even know what to call him anymore. Exactly what you'd expect a psychologist to keep on his office shelf. No tawdry romance novels, fantasy or science fiction, unfortunately. Son, shrink stuff. Shrinky books. Exactly what you'd expect a psychologist to keep on his office shelf. No tawdry romance novels, fantasy or science... I see... No, I really shouldn't. It's a trap. A psychological trap. Is that a dragon? Well, it looks like a dragon. What does that mean? What does that say about me? That I'm, into dragons? Dragons are cool. I could stare at that for hours and then I really would go insane. I see... No, I really shouldn't. It's a trap. No therapist's office would be complete without a chaise longue. Never used it. Would feel like a dork. No therapist's office would be complete without a chaise longue. Never used it. Would feel like a dork. If I drink more of that awful synthetic coffee at this point, I'll really need therapy. If I drink more of that awful synthetic coffee at this point, I'll really need therapy. A handy dispenser of pharmaceutical concoctions. On shrink stuff. Shrinky books. Is that a dragon? Well, it looks like a dragon. What does that mean? What does that say about me? That I'm, into dragons? If that's real wood, it must have cost a fortune. It looks real. Not the sort of thing you'd expect to find in a therapist's office. How can Zelenka afford a piece of furniture like that? It must have been a gift. If that's real wood, it must have cost a fortune. It looks real. Knock on wood. I don't often get to do that with real wood. IKEA's plastique just doesn't cut it, knock-wise. I could stare at that for hours and then I really would go insane. I didn't know the doc was into cephalopods. I wonder if he has a pet one at home. I always wanted a pet cephalopod. They're the best. I didn't know the doc was into cephalopods. I wonder if he has a pet one at home. That's my file. I feel an almost irresistible urge to peek. But I shan't. It's never a good idea to read what your therapist writes about you. Oh, hell, just a glance can't hurt, right? Nope, nothing at all. A bunch of personal information I had to fill in for my first appointment. And now I feel really guilty for peeking. Boo. I don't know what I was hoping for. A she's real cute note in the margins? That's my file. I feel an almost irresistible urge to peek. Doctor... Roman?
Yes.
Maybe I shouldn't be I think I might... My next appointment with Dr. Roman is in my calendar, but I might as well double check. Maybe I shouldn't be bothering him. He probably has another appointment right away. Do you have an appointment now?
No, I prefer some space between sessions. I don't like to rush. I prefer to sit and take notes afterwards.
So, what are you writing?
Well, just notes about what we talked about today. It's a way for me to remember and process our conversation.
Makes sense.
To be absolutely honest, I don't have another appointment for several hours. I like keeping my Mondays light.
Yeah, we could start later if you'd prefer.
No, this gets me out of bed in the morning. Without it, I just sleep in.
I don't know Dr. Zelenka, Roman, very well at all. I don't even know where he's from originally. How long have you practiced in Europolis?
Oh, 4 years? No, 5. I graduated from Krakow in 2214 and worked 2 years in the Warsaw district before moving to Berlin.
And Propast?
I set up this practice 7 months ago.
Are you from the Prague district?
I'm originally from Poznan. My parents are of Polish descent. Not that that matters anymore. European is European. Yeah, you wouldn't know it talking to my father, though. He is a traditional nationalist. I think he secretly wishes for the downfall of Europolis and a return to the independent nation-states. Was there anything else?
Roman seems like an interesting person, and we've never really talked about anything other than me. This could be a good time to start talking. I don't know what I'm doing. So, what do you get up to when you're not, you know, this?
Oh, I I don't know.
I'm sorry if this is getting too personal.
No. I was just trying to think about how to answer that. I don't really do things.
Pues qué
When
triste
I'm not
eres.
working, I think about work. Or I write about work, or I read about work.
Vaya, una adicta al trabajo.
And how does your wife feel about that?
I'm not married. I live by myself. Which has advantages and disadvantages. Mostly, in my case, disadvantages. I'm not good at taking care of myself.
Really? Huh. So, Roman is single and spends too much time by himself. He could really do with a social life. My next appointment with Dr. Roman is on my calendar. So, Roman is single and spends too much time by himself. He could really do with a social
La
life.
gata rompe hogares.
You should get out more. Think about something other than work.
What did you have in mind?
I'm not the best person to ask. I'm, a homebody.
Sounds like we both should get out more.
We should. I mean, you should, and so should I. Also.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Uy, ¿qué está intentando hacer?
I'm not quite sure where this conversation is going. It's very confusing. I should probably just cut it short, but I feel horrible about the direction this conversation's been taking. I'm not sure what I was thinking. Flirting with my therapist. I'm not quite sure where this conversation is going. It's very confusing. I should probably just cut it short, but I feel horrible about the direction this conversation's been taking. I'm not... Yeah, you should come out with Reza and me sometime.
With oh, yes, of course, sometime. After we've concluded your therapy, of course. I don't mix my professional and private lives.
That's not a good mix. That's like gummy bears and potassium chlorate. Keep them apart.
Right. Well, I should finish writing these notes before I forget everything we talked about.
Of course. Good idea. That's... yeah. Okay.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know you were still here.
I'm not quite sure where this... When's our next session again?
Next Monday. At, let me check. Next Monday at 9. Is that still okay?
That's fine. Thank you. See you next week?
Take care, Zoe.
Que no ha ligado con ella. No le ha pedido hacer una cita. Ha dicho con Reza y conmigo, ¿eh? ¿Cómo que descarada? No he querido ser malvado. Propas. Tiene una mente sucia esta Zoe.
What do you you mean I need a permit? I have a permit. I paid a fucking fortune for this permit.
Your permit is no longer valid. You'll need to have it renewed. You have 24 hours to comply.
Fuck off. You have 24 hours to comply.
That makes absolutely no sense. If you do not comply, you'll be detained and your food cart confiscated.
If you so much as touch Carl, I will cut off your testicles and make a
Threats are counterproductive and punishable by law. You have 20...
How does it feel working for a fascist fucking regime, trampling all over the working people?
I'm okay with it. Yeah, great health coverage, no overtime, pays decent. 24 hours.
El Iris. Sí, la del carrito.
Hey,
Hey, where are you?
just leaving therapy on my way to the shop. What's up?
Neck deep. Would I be a bad boyfriend if I asked you to stop by that place with the crazy person and the good food?
Nella bites? Sure. And lazy, not bad.
What?
Not bad boyfriend, lazy boyfriend. What do you want?
You're big. Nothing...
Exotic. Affirmative. I'll stop by Nella's right now. I should be at your office in 15?
Thanks. You're the best.
I am. See you soon.
Down with the fascio oppressors. That's right, Ashley. Keep walking. Fried cheese. Cheese soup. First.
Nella has a nickname for her mobile kitchen, and that nickname is Carl, because Marxist. Nella Bites is one of the best food carts in all of Propast. Whatever she's cooking is super tasty, and incredibly unhealthy, but... Nella's cart, Carl, serves up some really tasty fried cheeses, sausages, and soups. Sometimes she combines them all. 5 stars, easily. Nella has a nickname for her mobile kitchen, and that nickname is Carl, because Marxist. Nella, street chef, Marxist, spark plug, and friend of mine. I do love her, in smaller doses. I met Nella after my first appointment with Dr. Roman. She sold me some fried cheese and I fell in love. With the cheese, not with Nella. Although she is pretty cute. Nella's cool. She gives me a good kick in the arse whenever I obsess too much. We may not be BFFs, but she's definitely a good friend. Nella, street chef, Marxist, spark plug, and friend of mine. I do love her, in smaller doses.
Did you see that?
I shouldn't get involved. I have enough on my plate and I'm running late, and I'm already neck deep in the Uminska campaign. I don't need more political drama. I can't believe the Eye is harassing Nella. She sells food. It's not like she's doing anything illegal. Is she? I mean, I know she's politically involved, but there's no law against being Marxist. What was all that about?
Fucking Eye. Making up shit so that they can harass anyone who doesn't toe the line. Now I'm going to waste a whole afternoon standing in line at the district office for a permit I don't fucking need. Never mind that this is just a tip of the garbage heap. They're restricting transit between sectors, adding more security to all the metro stations and ports, requiring paperwork for anything beyond local lines. I mean, what the fuck? I knew Parliament was tight with the syndicate, but this is Chungo, man. They're planning something. Probably going to hunt down and arrest revolutionaries next. That's me fucked then.
I'm sure you're...
Word is they rounded up all the European Liberty folks in the Berlin district last week, detained them on suspicion of terrorism. Terrorism! For speaking their minds! And okay, for releasing clouds of biograffiti. I know that clique, they're harmless. It was just a call to action. That's fucking terrorism now.
Scary.
Scary. That's exactly what it is. And your candidate isn't going to change anything for the better.
Maybe not. But Uminska won't change anything for the worse either. Unlike Konstantin Wolf.
Kaiser Konstantin. Puta! If that Schwein gets elected, I'm moving to Paris.
They'd never let you in.
One of the conglomerate city-states of North America. Newport, the fucking Republic of Los Angeles, hell, even Bostonia. Anywhere but Kaiser's Europe.
That's why Leia Uminska is the best choice. No one's going to put the Marxists in office, Nela. At least my candidate has a fighting chance. And she is a socialist.
She's a moderate, Zoe. A moderate! What's the point in that? Moderation is just another word for compromise. Anyway, what are you having?
Having?
Lunch, Zozo. For your chorbo. Listen, I have a new supplier for pork wurst. The collective down on Caprova. Organic meat, the real deal. None of that vat-grown slop. Don't know how they do it. Connections on high, plenty of mouses swapping hands. But they're legal, I think.
The pork sausages sound delicious, but Reza plays it safe when it comes to food. Europolitan through and through. No tolerance for organic meats. I'm working on it, but baby steps. The pork sausages sound totally delicious. I'm not sure Reza will agree, but he needs to be more adventurous when it comes to his diet. The pork sausages sound... I'm gonna have to go with the cheese soup. Again.
Dobra, coming up. You should join the protest this afternoon. We're marching on the sector office.
I think it would take a lot more than a political rally for Mira to give me time off. I'm gonna have to pass.
Smart girl. Will probably get beaten by the bulla and tossed in the zona. Just another fucking Monday in Propast. Here you go.
Thanks, Nela.
If you reconsider, we'll head out around noon. Time to let those cunts know we're watching the Watchmen. Freedom and food to the prolo! Weren't you in a rush?
I never see a lot of customers here, but Nela must be doing all right. This spot can't be cheap. It's prime real estate. How's Nela Bites doing?
It's got bite, man. Paletti, that's what that means. Doing good.
Must be expensive to rent a spot up here.
You wouldn't believe it, but I'm super bon. Totally fine.
It's just that I never see a line.
There are other ways of being fine. Fried cheese ain't all I'm selling, Zozo.
Oh.
Anda, idiota. Not drugs or guns or my body. I just mean there's more to it than the food cart. I'm also selling idealism and social engagement.
How do you profit from that?
There are ways. I may be Marxist, but that doesn't mean I don't believe in a free market economy. You know what I mean.
It's always nice to chat with Nela, but I need to get going. Enjoy.
I always do, Zozo. Bye. Best schmother
Sí,
in Propast.
aquí mezclan palabras de 1000 idiomas.
Never bites, but I
The best food in Propaz comes from the street vendors and their food carts. Hands down, no contest. Propast has the best selection of street food in Europolis. There's no reason to cook. Ever. Oh, except when Reza cooks. I'm fine with him cooking. The street food here is really, really good and smells absolutely delicious. The best food in Propaz comes from the street vendors and their food carts. Hands down, no contest.
How about a cup of crispy cockroaches, fresh off the grill?
And get my hand chewed off? No chance. I'll be tossing my garbage in the gutter like a normal person. I'm a bit creeped out by the talking bins. Why do they talk? What shadowy masters do they serve?
I just finished a fresh batch of pierogi. How many you want? It'll be sold out soon.
You look like you could need sprouty, partner. Where are you off to today?
Reza's office is down by Prista Vista, the old river docks, right behind the collapse memorial. Show me Prista Vista, please. The Pamatnik collapse.
Planning on a trip down the river? You got it, pal girl. Pro-pass docks coming right up. Don't be a stranger now, you hear?
Like it or not, and I don't, you can't deny that Watty's doing a really good job selling their dream machines. I'm a dreamer. I'm not. That's the last thing I want to be. Billions of people use the dream machine. I find that hard to comprehend. 1 in 5 people access dream time at least once a week. Madness. Watty Corp's dream machine. I played a part in exposing the conspiracy, but I couldn't stop them from releasing it. And now it's taken over the world. Those ads, for some reason, give me goosebumps, the icky kind. Watty Corp's dream machine. I played a part in exposing the conspiracy, but I couldn't stop them from releasing it. And now it's taken over the world.
What do you want?
Time to stop dreaming.
Freeze-dried jellyfish chips, vacuum-packed boiled beef, carbonated tequila shots, blood pudding fudge, fried cabbage jerky, salted pigeon bits.
Vaya porquerías.
Which bits? A cornucopia of tasty snacks. Tasty. Yeah, tasty. Man, Europe. It's warm and tingly. Odd. It's warm and tingly. Odd. I've asked everyone what those towers are, and no one knows for sure. Some say anti-grav units from before the collapse, others say they're vents. Nella claims those towers release chemicals that keep the populace subdued and compliant, but her argument is self-defeating. She breathes the same air, and she is not compliant. My theory is that they were built as a practical joke, to keep everyone guessing. But I've asked everyone what those towers are, and no one knows for sure. Some say anti-grav units from before the collapse, others say they're vents. A dream junkie, addicted to dream time. They're all over the place. It's becoming a massive problem. A dream junkie, hooked up to the dream machine and lost in dream time. I think just disconnecting them from the dream machine could be dangerous. And I'd probably get beaten up for trying to help. Eyes everywhere. I've never seen so many of them out on the streets. The eye. Keeping Propas safe, or, you know, under constant surveillance.
I don't even know where to start. I'm just a guy with guitar, trying to make sense of it all. Everything just seems so banal, but there's no need to stay up and ponder. Get out
Conciertos
there,
callejeros.
I know it's not that easy. Such a mind fuck. Oh, believe me, I'm trying to hold on. I'm trying not to let go. I'm trying to keep going.
Those ad bots are all over the place. Sometimes I think they target me specifically just to fuck with me.
After all of these years of goddamn, we're just spinning around.
The collapse. August 8th, 2209. The day everything went to hell. I remember only fragments. It was a scary day. For those who lost, for those who were lost, for those who suffered and those who perished, we will never be forgotten. It's a memorial to the victims of the collapse. The collapse. August 8th, 2209. The day everything went to hell. I remember only fragments. It was a scary day. I've seen him somewhere before. I do like the Uminska ads. I think they get the message across. I'm proud to be associated with her political campaign. The Uminska ads are bold, and she does come across as a leader. That's why I'm volunteering for her, I guess. That and also Baruti's passion. Uminska's face is plastered all over the city. Unity's making a major push before the elections.
You know, she gets
I really
a lot
do
on the
think
head,
that
but
they,
Rebus is
we,
straight up.
stand a decent
I
chance.
think I'm voting manifesto this election.
The Marxists.
El niño more... No, el cartel.
What's the alternative, eh?
That's the Hand That Feeds logo. It's conveniently pointing the way to the entrance. That's the Hand That Feeds logo. It's conveniently pointing the way to the entrance. That right there is why I don't use a dream machine and why I think they're so dangerous.
¿Esa señora Lola Flores? No, hombre, no. Sí tiene un aire, la verdad.
The Hand used to come out every few weeks, but they recently took on more full-time journalists and switched to a daily feed. I know it's been a huge source of anxiety for Reza and Sully, but so far they've been successful. They still get to do the longer and more in-depth stories. Reza barely works less than 12, 14 hours a day, but at least he does a bunch of it from home. I get to see him, part of him, the part that is the back of his head. Doing a daily version of the feed has taken its toll on Sully and Reza, and on our relationship. But I get it. I know it's important. I won't stand in the way of that. The Hand publishes at least 6 or 7 in-depth stories a day, with a full-time staff of 5 plus freelancers. I don't know how they do it. The Hand used to come out every few weeks, but they recently took on more full-time journalists and switched to a daily feed.
This leads straight back to MTI. That's where it stops, no?
Oh, sure, I'll just start writing a story about, let's see, memory loss, living in denial, daddy issues. I've got plenty of personal experience to draw on. Oh, sure, I'll just start writing a story about, let's see, memory loss, living in denial, daddy issues. I've got plenty of personal experience to draw on. Reza has a great friend and an amazing editor in Sully, and I wouldn't have lasted a month without his shoulder to cry on. Sully's the best. Good guy, Sully. I don't know what we'd do without him. I really wish we could do something for Sully. I know he was pretty depressed after the divorce. He'd never admit it, but he's really lonely. We need to find Sully a good woman. The best woman. Someone worthy of the best guy. Someone with personality and balls? Yeah, balls. Sully is honest, passionate, smart, and uncompromising. He's a crusader for truth, and he's the newsman Europolis needs. I'm a huge fan. Reza has a great friend and an amazing editor in Sully, and I wouldn't have lasted a month without his shoulder to cry on. Sully's the best.
Smells good. You didn't have to bring me lunch, Zoe.
Good, because I didn't. This is for Reza.
And yet you come see me first. This tells me something.
Enormous. You have your own gravity field. There's no escaping it. Talk to you after I've delivered this to my man?
I'd be offended if you didn't.
Ok.
The boyfriend, working hard to save the world, one story at a time. We've had our ups and downs, Reza and I. Things are going. They're going. We'll find out where soon enough. It's been a tough transition for the both of us. Relocating to Pro-Pass, sharing a home, global conspiracies and comas. Lesser boyfriends would have bailed. It's been more complicated than I'd hoped, getting back together. I guess I didn't know Reza as well as I thought before moving here. Still, we'll figure it out. I have faith. I have that, at least. The boyfriend, working hard to save the world, one story at a time.
Oh, ho, ho.
What's up? Toppling governments and exposing corporate conspiracies?
Well, all in a daze. How was, you know?
Therapy? Therapeutic, I guess.
You guess.
I know he means well, but not in the mood for more psych. I wish he'd leave the psychotherapy for later, but I know he means well. Dr. Roman is really good. I don't know if it's helping. Don't remember anything.
But it's getting easier.
Easier? Sure. And sooner or later, I will remember some things. Everything. So what are you working on now?
A couple of things. The clampdown, mostly. There's tons of buzz about the syndicate shutting down parts of the metro, escalating identity checks, raiding news feeds. We're expecting the worst.
You're loving it.
I wouldn't say that, but it's exciting. We can make a difference.
I pray they try to raid a hand.
Sully's already preparing the lawsuits.
We'll sue them for emotional trauma, unlawful intrusion, damages to property, interference with the free press. We'll sue them for 300 million yuan.
He's looking forward to it.
I am looking forward to it. Bring it on.
On your way to the shop?
Ready to get rid of me already? I bring lunch. Cheese soup, the usual.
I forgive you. You can stay as long as you don't talk to me. I need to finish this story.
The clampdown.
No, that new Bingo Dreamer soft drink. Apparently they fast-tracked EFSA approval and skipped a few steps. Some customers have reported seeing the Bingo Dingo after drinking a can. We'll probably get it pulled from vending machines.
That's my boyfriend, getting fizzy drinks yanked from store shelves.
I'm a modern-day Gilgamesh, saving the world from hallucinogenic sugar water. Thanks for lunch. I appreciate it. I guess I'm making dinner.
You guessed correctly, Ziamal. Oh, I won't be home until later. I'm volunteering.
Any special requests?
Nothing heavy. Have the membranes been repaired?
I queried the building net, but no reply. Prepare for the worst.
I can't believe we don't live in a climate-controlled apartment. As soon as I get a raise, we're moving.
I don't want to leave Propast.
No, I like the neighborhood. But a more modern building would be nice. No more sunny living at Sonnenschein Plaza by Original Consumer Goods. Anyway, lunch. Here, I have to run.
Have fun at the shop. Say hi to Crazy Face.
Mira. Come on, she's not... Well, yeah, she is. Mira is Crazy Face. There's no way around that. Rez?
Just a sec. Hey, what's up?
We had such a lovely time. I know Rez has been spending... I really should get going. Reza promised to make dinner tonight. This is usually a cause for celebration. And not just because I'm lazy and prefer to sit on the couch while my man toils away in the kitchen. We had such a lovely... I didn't check with Reza if he was happy with my choice of lunch. This could have major consequences. Food okay?
The food? Oh, food. Yeah, I haven't started eating yet, but cheese soup? My favourite. Can't go wrong with cheese soup. I'll get to it in a minute. I just have to finish up this section.
Reza promised to make dinner tonight. What's for dinner?
Really? This is what you interrupt me for? To ask about dinner? What's for dinner is surprise, is what?
That's not food. That's not even English. I thought you said you were a journalist.
A scribbling, they call it here in Europolis. When in Rome, Zoe.
Rome was never part of Europolis, smart-ass. Rome's the capital of the Imperium. Says so on all the signs pointing to there.
Now who's the smart-ass? FYI, Rome's just a ceremonial seat of the Imperium. Barcelona is the political capital. Learn to read the signs properly.
I know Reza's been What was Reza working on again? A story about hallucinogenic substances in Bingo soft drinks. We had such a lovely time in Trieste. Never mind the shitty hotel, the synthetic beaches, the awful food. It was just good with some time away. It's the first time since I moved here. The first time since we got back together. It was... You missed Trieste yet?
What? The 5-star hotel? The sandy beaches and the gourmet buffet? You know you're in Italy when you're eating fake pasta made from processed American corn.
I guess not.
I'm just joking, babe. It wasn't about any of those things. It was nice being away with you.
Not like we can afford anything fancier.
And we don't need it. It was great. Really. I got to see the sun and you in a bikini.
And I got to see you in a black t-shirt and jeans, hiding out in the shade with a book. It was pretty awesome.
Next time, I promise we'll rent an island in the Philippines.
You don't have to promise that. But since you did, I'll hold you to it forever. I'm sure I told Reza I'm volunteering tonight, but I'll remind him just in case, because I don't think I did. I know Reza's been spending a lot less time with Sully since I moved here. I hope I haven't gotten in the way of their best friendship. How's Sully?
Good? Yeah. Great. Right? I think he's doing good. I don't know.
Of course you don't. What do you guys talk about?
Work. politics, corporations, the syndicate, the Eye, Kaiser Constantine, football.
Liar. Work stuff. That's all you talk about when you're out drinking.
Well, hasn't been much of that lately. Out drinking.
I know. Because of us. Because of me.
What? No, of course not. And I mean... Sure, we used to go out all the time, but that's because neither of us had a life. And Sully wasn't doing too well after the divorce. He's happy I have better things to do now than go out, get drunk, and have loud arguments about socioeconomics. He has better things to do as well.
Like what? Like work?
Work, okay, yes. But Sully lives for work.
I'm not sure that's healthy. But it's not my business. As long as you don't feel I'm getting in the way.
Hanging out with me was Sully's excuse to not hang out with anyone else. This way, sooner or later, he'll have to find a substitute. Hopefully one he can mate.
Sure. But still, you guys should hang out on your own soon. No, actually, not soon. Tomorrow. Tomorrow, you're taking Sully out, and I'm finally going to unpack and get organized.
Sure.
Affirmative.
All right. I'll ask Sully.
I'm sure I told Rez. What was Reza working? What was Reza working with you? How's that story going?
You mean the story I told you about less than 5 minutes ago?
Just checking in.
It's going well, but it feels a bit inconsequential in the light of everything else that's happening.
Hey, come on. A soda that makes you see cartoon animals? That's big, man. Children could be drinking that.
Of course someone needs to write the piece, but that someone could be anyone. Like Sophia, she's the newbie.
And now you're doing it, and you'll do it well. There's no such thing as a worthless story. You told me that.
I lied. Of course there is, but... yeah... No, not this one. You're right, I shouldn't complain. It's not a sexy story, but it is important.
That's my boy. I'm sure I told Reza I'm volunteering tonight. I told you I'm volunteering tonight.
You did not? And I'm not sure politics is something you should worry your pretty little head about, sweetheart.
Jesus, don't do that voice again. Psycho doesn't suit you.
I guess there's a reason I'm scribbling and not a stand-up comedian.
You guessed right. Scribbling. I'll never get used to Europolis slang.
Don't be a dully minette. You go on and hang with your sozy intello clique tonight. I'll be a stay-at-home minette cooking your booth.
Pretty good. Or should that be lekker, super bon? Also, don't do that again. Really creeps me out.
Tamam.
I should get going. I'm gonna be late for work. Mira will yell at me in Bambaya and I won't understand any of it.
Hey, don't look at me. I'm not keeping you.
I know, all me. Bye.
Hey, my favorite manic pixie dream girl.
Sully is the sweetest. I know he likes me, but he tries so hard to keep it light and friendly. Sully loves to test me. He knows what buttons to push. I'm calling his bluff. Is that all you see? A walking cliché? That hurts, man.
I see a potentially very scary person.
I'm a scary, manic pixie dream girl.
What can I say? You transcend cliches.
Yeah, fuck you too. You look awful, by the way. What happened?
A wedding.
Finally. Who's the lucky girl?
You know I only have eyes for you. Dump that dead let's catch the first train to Copenhagen.
I'm trying to slowly poison him with my home cooking. I'll give it a few months. How was the wedding?
Awful. I feel like shit. It was a Polish wedding. Polish wedding with an unlimited supply of Polish vodka.
Oh, that does sound awful.
I take it you haven't been to a Polish wedding. It was fantastic. It was a disaster. It was all things, good and bad. And once the bride and groom stopped screaming at each other, it was incredibly romantic. I'm man enough to admit that I wept. Openly. How was Trieste?
Really good. I mean, it's Trieste. It's not the Gold Coast. But it was nice to get out of the city. Did you know there's an actual sun up there?
Yeah, urban myth. The sun is a lie. I don't believe it for a second. Besides, my skin would probably turn to ashes if it's exposed to UV.
You're a child of Propas, Sully.
Constantinople. But close enough. I don't expect an islander to understand European geography.
Born in India, spent half my life in Africa, but hey, who's keeping track?
Talk like an islander, live behind islander walls, deal with islander shame. That's what I say.
I'd love to chat more with Sully, but he does like to go on, and I should probably... Everyone's talking about the clampdowns today. If anyone knows what's going on, it's Sully. He prides himself on staying on top of the news cycle. What's going on with these eye clampdowns everyone's on about?
Jesus wept those baton heads. It's insidious is what it is. A little bit here, a little bit there, and soon Propast is a fucking gulag.
But why are they doing it?
Who knows? It's the Syndicate. They don't need something as banal as reasons. They want people off the streets and hooked up to their dream machines.
You think that has something to do with it?
Yes, no, maybe. Mouse your rules, and those dream machines are a license to print it. It would be naive to think they're completely unconnected. Watiko holds a lot of sway over the Syndicate. But we're going to find out for sure. Your boy toy there, once he's looked into the Phantom Bingo Dingo, will be taking point. This story is going to make a lot of people very angry. And that will make Suri very, very happy.
Won't they just shut you down?
Let them try. We have the future on our side. And once I win my Pulitzer, I'll whisk you away to a better life.
Copenhagen, right?
That's just for the marriage license. We'll go to Overview in Dacia and live like savages on the beach.
Sounds good. I'll get back to you once I've taken care of you know who.
I heard that.
Which part?
All the parts.
You'll still eat my food, even if it is poisoned.
Food is food.
I've distracted you two enough. When are you coming by for dinner, Sully?
When is your man cooking dinner next?
Cruel but fair. We'll have you over soon. Maybe we'll even find you a dinner date.
Next to you, no woman measures up, but beggars, choosers. Take care, Zoe. Stop by anytime.
Registered trademark of the Revolutionary Church Holdings.
Vamos a trabajar. Bueno, creo que lo voy a ir dejando cuando esto grabe, porque este juego graba automáticamente. Y a veces es una mierda porque graba cuando quiere. A ver si llegamos a un punto de control. Ah, mira, aquí ha grabado. Ah, nos vamos a ir al Pandemonium. A ver si me acuerdo dónde está el Pandemonium, porque esta ciudad es un poco rara. La primera vez que jugué me perdí horas. A ver, era por aquí, creo. ¿Esto es el Pandemonium? No, esto no es. Creo que estaba por aquí. Ah, aquí. El Pandemonium.
Abandon all hope, ye who enter here. Cheery stuff. Pandemonium, the domain of demons. Also Mirror and Wit. This used to be Propast Auto Service. It's now an underground hack shop operated by Mirror. Abandon all hope, ye who enter here. Cheery stuff.
I think you'll be very interested.
Don't leave. I will activate my periphery defenses and channel 80,000 volts through your metal head. You monitoring homicide?
Have a wonderful day, madam.
I told you to stay away, you piece of metal.
It's me. It's me.
Me who? I know lots of me's.
Zoe.
You're lucky I didn't turn on my periphery defenses. Or you'd be crispy toast by now. Come on in.
Entra, Zoe, no tengas miedo de la loca esta.
God damn this shitting shit. Shit! Well, don't just stand there like a fucking half... Wait! Oh, I hate you so much right now, you dumb mute log. Yeah, you keep pretending like you can't hear me. That's not annoying at all. That does not make me want to strangle you with a wire.
Joder, que tía. Vaya vocabulario.
Do not just spend 57,000 yuan on scrap metal. We will make these things shine and hover and not blow up or attack small children. I can take or leave the children. Some people are attached to the filthy, shitting, squealing things. And we can't afford to upset the customers.
Qué contenta está la Mira. Hello, Mira.
Is this a bad time?
It's the fucking worst time, Kutria. But I'm not paying you for the privilege of avoiding my shitty shit. You're going chin deep with the rest of us.
I'm ready for... Wait, you're paying me? When did you start paying me?
Like I told you last week, blame the fucking banks for their incompetence and inability to process the transfers in time. Not the messenger.
Should I be writing this down?
Do you kiss your boyfriend with that mouth of yours?
Every day. So what am I doing? I can continue to run the orders that...
God, Banchod! Who cares about new orders when we can't even deliver on our current orders? At this rate, we'll be out of business by Friday. And our creditors will tear this place to the ground and have us all garroted in the plaza. We're going to brainwash one of my refurbished bots. Neural programming, Petal.
I'll be doing what I was actually hired to do. Yay.
I didn't hire you to give me attitude, Banjod. I get enough of that from Wit already. That retard knows how to push my buttons. Yeah, you just keep turning the other cheek, Zard. You mother chode. I bet you've been faking your autism since we first met. Oh, you're such a fucking puppy dog, Wit. Such a fucking Gondor. And no wonder your armor left you in the dumpster after she squirted you out of her filthy chute. I want to get this refurbished bot ready for sale. And the Johnny is a bigger retard than Wit over there. No small feat. I did a low-level format and memory wipe, but this thing is not yet ready for prime time. That, Petal, is where you come in. Take Shitbot for a walk. Run through some test scenarios. See what it's good for.
What about the neural programming?
I'll be doing the programming, Petal. You just worry about testing this tin can. Today, you're the tester.
Mira calls that the main switch. I don't know what it switches, but it's important enough to have a box of its own. The main switch. Possibly even the main switch. I don't like her, but I sort of love her, I think. Could also be hate. It's a mix. It's complicated. Hardcore bitch. Mira buys bots, refurbishes and reprograms them, and sells them at a premium. She also works with neural networks and illegal hardware, and I don't even want to know what else. Mira's good at what she does. I just wish I knew what that was exactly. I think she runs an underground network of traders and techies and black hats, but I'm really not sure. Mira's like a really bitchy and neurotic version of my friend Liv from Casablanca. I miss Liv. She was the best. Hardcore bitch.
Look, I'm sorry for being in a shitty mood today. I don't like feeling I might have thrown away our entire nest egg. But my bad mood doesn't explain why you're not out there with Shitbot doing your job. Don't test me, Baichod. Don't test me, Baichod.
Mira's most treasured tool, an acoustic turn screw. I don't know how it works, but it's like a magic wand of modern science. It's some sort of sonic modulator. Mira waves that tool around whenever she doesn't want to listen and pretends to be working. Who knows what that thing is? Who knows what that thing is? Wit. He's the diametric opposite of Mira. Quiet, calm, focused. He never says a word, but that's part of his charm. I know Mira took care of Wit when they were both children on the streets of Mumbai. She loves him, and I think he'd do pretty much anything for her. Mira treats Wit like shit, but it doesn't seem to faze him. They have a very complicated relationship, like siblings, dysfunctional siblings. Mira treats Wit like shit, but it doesn't seem to faze him. They have a very complicated relationship, like siblings, dysfunctional siblings. I have no idea how to use an acoustic turn screw. I might just end up hurting someone or accidentally unlocking doors. Blueprints of bots and what looks like neural interfaces. I'm guessing not all of these are strictly legal copies. I'm seeing a ton of proprietary information here. Blueprints of bots and what looks like neural interfaces. Hey, Wit. I don't know how you can stand it without punching her stupid face, but you guys have your thing and I don't understand it, but it's obvious that she cares about you. Maybe that's her way of showing it, being a total dick. Anyway, see you later, okay? Hey, Wit. What are you working on? Oh, is that one of your dragonfly drones? It's beautiful. You'll have to show me how to make one of those someday, Wit. Anyway, I'll leave you to it. Hey, Wit. Next time you take a break, I'm buying you a snack. Hey, Wit. Next time you take a break, I'm... If I sit down, I won't get up again. And not because it's comfortable, but because it's really sticky. If I sit down, I won't get up again. And the infamous Pandemonium Lounge area. Things get insane here on Fridays when we have team beers and Mira spins up the ancient jukebox. The infamous Pandemonium Lounge area. Things get insane here on Fridays when we have team beers and Mira spins up the ancient jukebox. And by insane, I mean Wit and I sit quietly and watch Mira get shit-faced. That never stops being hilarious. It's an ancient artifact that spins black vinyl discs with analog music on them. Basically magic. That machine is centuries old. It belongs in a museum, really, but it's a pretty awesome thing to have sitting around in a garage. According to Mira, it's a jukebox. I don't know what a juke is, but they sound really good. It's an ancient artifact that spins black vinyl discs with analog music on them. Mira yells at me if I touch it. I don't want to get yelled at, so I'm not touching it. Mira yells at me if I touch it. I don't want to get yelled at, so I'm not touching it.
Are you my new human?
Nope, we're just going to work together today.
I'm not sure I'm comfortable with that.
I'm not sure that matters.
Are you hygienic? You look a bit unhygienic.
Pero si tú estás lleno de mierda.
Seriously? My assignment for the day. Take, Shitbot for a walk. I really need to give him a less offensive name. He is a bit shitty though, isn't he? It's not just Mira being a dick again. He really is Shitbot. One of the many junkie bots Mira buys to reprogram and refurbish. She's famous for that. Infamous, maybe. My assignment for the day. Take, Shitbot for a walk. I really need to give him a less offensive name.
Waiting makes my idle cycles stack. They feel like ants. I have ants in my full metal pants. my circuits will overheat if I hover here much longer. I can't get the holding music out of my head. Tro-lo-lo-lo, dum-dum-dee-dum-dum-dee-dum-dum. I can't get the holding music out of my head. Tro-lo-lo-lo, dum-dum-dee-dum-dum-dee-dum-dum.